bilang humans, hindi mawawala yon. Parang
Yes.
pagiging human natin, talagang we were born as sinners.
Mm.
Ano po, nandun yung struggle talaga, 'di ba, Pastor Mike? Um, pero dapat may effort naman na hindi maging selfish or maging self-centric, sabi mo nga. Pero bakit? Bakit nasabing masyadong focus sa sarili ang mga tao in general?
Yeah. Kasi I think sa upbringing rin natin bilang mga bata, tatanungin tayo, anong gusto mong maging paglaki mo? So it's all about you and your plans, kung ano yung gusto mong makamit sa future mo, which is not wrong. Pero may lugar rin yun. Pero at the end of it all, will you live your life para sa sarili mo lang o para sa iba? Or para kay God? I think yun yung pinakamahalaga na as we grow in development, makikita natin na life is not all about me. It's about others also. So yes, plans are good. Caring for yourself, okay rin yun.
Yeah.
Pero there has to be a journey where galing tayo sa sarili natin, yun lang iniisip natin. Pero at some point, maisip rin natin, meron pala akong mga minamahal sa buhay na kailangan ko rin silang paglingkuran. And mahalaga doon, si God mismo, may purpose siya sa atin na hindi lang tayo mamumuhay para sa sarili natin, pero para sa purposes ni Lord mismo.
Na hindi, depende yan sa pamilya na kinalakihan
Yes,
mo.
opo.
Depende sa orientation mo, paano ka pinapalaki ng magulang mo.
Yes.
Kung din, hindi rin naman natin masisisi yung magulang natin kasi depende rin kung paano rin sila pinalaki. Ganun minsan, diba? Kung ano yung kung ano yung natutunan mo sa magulang mo, yun din ang gagawin mong pagpapalaki sa iyong mga anak.
Tama.
Kadalasan po.
Yeah.
Tapos, kahit ako, parang nung lumalaki ako, parang hindi ko naman narinig na bago mo mahalin, makapagmahal ka ng kapwa mo, ng sarili mo, dapat unang-unang mamahalin natin si God. Dapat yun, diba? Pero, I don't think, even in school, parang hindi naman na ituro talaga yon na instill sa atin na ito muna. Na nakakalimot, tsaka yung pagiging selfless. Diba? So, ano ba ang senyales, Pastor Mike, na masasabi natin na selfish na talaga tayo?
Ito, madaling acronym na para maalala natin. It's all about the self, no? S stands for feeling special ka. E stands for entitled.
Aha.
Ayan, lalo na ngayon sa mga young generation. Sobrang entitled nating lahat, no? And L stands for lover of pleasure. 'Di ba? Kung ano lang yung gusto mong ma-experience para sa sarili mo. And F, everyone wants to be famous. Gusto niya na ng following. Gusto niya ng maraming likes. Ganyan. So, yun na po yung parang namomold ngayon sa mga kabataan and sa mga tao ngayon in general. It's all about the self, me. 'Di ba? Anong makukuha ko dito? Paano ba ako ma-pleasure dito? And ayun po ang nangyayari ngayon.
What's S again, Pastor Mike?
S stands for feeling special.
Ayan, special. Feelinggera tayo. Feeling special. Ayan. Na, totoo no? Guilty tayo. Minsan nga, mas naiimpluwensyahan na tayo at nagiging gano'n na tayo. Yun, yung entitled ka. Feeling mo entitled ka. Lover of pleasure. Ako may point ako sa buhay ko na I supported my family and then nung natapos na yung obligasyon, gumaang-gaang na, nakatapos na ng pag-aaral yung mga kapatid. Sarili ko naman. Diba? Gagawin ko lahat ng gusto kong gawin. I've been working so hard. I've been working since 16 years old and I think it was on my 40s na or late 30s na parang I'll do anything that I want. I deserve it. May ganun akong time sa buhay ko na sabi ko, hard-earned ko to Ako naman, reward ko naman sa sarili ko. But at the end of the day, parang kahit na nandun ka na, may kulang.
Yes,
May kulang. Sabi ko,
yes.
bakit kaya ganoon? And then, I've been sharing this and then I met MX3 sa one of the lowest point in my life na parang wala rin. I felt so lost, no direction, or andun yung pag-worry na ano kayang gagawin ko? Parang what's gonna happen? And I was chasing MX3 to be my client here. But and then for 3 years, and then bigla lang boom. Okay, they're willing to meet you, but you have to fly to Davao. I was asked to be in Davao at 7 a.m. And my last show is at 11 p.m. Sabi ko siguro, Lord, sige. Yung casual lang na, siguro si Lord na to, ganon. Pero I wasn't, I didn't even pray for it or nothing. And then, boom! The purpose of MX3 for me to be there is not really to meet and see the proposal that I have. They wanted me to attend a service.
Wow.
That was the very first service I've ever attended. For several years, my friends they have been asking me, mga kakilala ko na question na, try mo lang. Ako parang, okay ako. Parang ang sa akin is, okay ako. Nagdadasal ako, kinakausap ko si Lord. Hindi ako masamang tao, hindi ako nananakit ng kapwa. Okay ako, kampante ako. Hindi ko kailangan. No, it's not for everyone. I'd always say that. And then boom, I felt trapped. But I opened up myself, sabi ko, sige, nandito na ako. And it's so many realizations. It was, after nung pauwi na ako, kasi, balikan lang ang ginawa ko eh. Na-realize ko, pabalik na ako na. Kasi hindi ko na na-submit yung proposal.
Yung proposal.
Yeah. Sabi ko, and I just, it was just coming out from my mouth na parang, I don't think I'm here to present to you my proposal. I was sent here. I was brought here for something else. And it's so kaya naiiyak pa rin ako pag naaalala ko na parang it was God telling me na, you worry too much. I'm here. Ikaw lang naman ang hindi nakakapansin sa akin.
Yeah, that's
so that was
true.
His message. And after noon, parang, kalma, Cheryl, kalma lang.
Yeah.
He will provide, everything will be okay. Pero nandun yung challenge. And then I challenged myself to have a better relationship with Him. And it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy, mga kapatid.
Yeah.
But, it's a constant, battle doon sa pagiging human natin at pagiging good follower of God. And it wasn't easy. It was a big challenge. But still, I'm not perfect, pero nandun yung progress.
Yes.
And mas kalmado ka yung ganong bagay. Ayan. So,
saka napakabuti ni God kasi kahit na sobrang selfish natin,
No,
lahat
oo.
ng iniisip natin tungkol sa sarili natin, pinupursue pa rin tayo ni God. Siya mismo ang yung example ng selflessness. Kasi kung ibang tao yun, sasabihin niya na, bahala ka dyan sa buhay mo. Kung
Yeah.
anong gusto mong gawin, gawin mo.
Oo.
Pero that's si God. He's a loving Father who pursues us, di ba? And He shows His selflessness in doing that, na kahit ano pang season tayo meron, kung anong sitwasyon natin, He comes into our situation.
Yes.
And siya mismo nagpapakilala to invite us into that relationship with Him.
Kaso nga, yun nga yung naging reaction ko after, yung tipo, yung sabi ko nga, Pastor Mike, diba, yung parang self-love naman
Yes.
gagawin ko. Okay. At naririnig natin madalas yan. So, anong masasabi nyo on this? Yung mahalaga rin naman ang self-love.
Yes, of course. Yung self-care, alagaan nyo rin yung sarili nyo. Siyempre, hindi mo rin maaalagaan yung ibang tao kung hindi mo, if you don't take care of yourself. Tama, di ba? So, yung pinaka-delineating factor doon, yung pinaka-change doon is kung hanggang doon ka lang sa self-love. Kasi kung hindi po tayo careful, yung self-love natin, baka maging self-worship. Yung tipong sarili na lang natin yung iniisip natin all the time.
Okay.
Which is, you have that, take care of yourself, pero after that, God desires for us to transition to taking care of others. Di ba? So, yun yung design ni God na, okay, as long as you are serving God, serving me, and you're serving others, I'll take care of you. Diba? Yung ibang tao kasi, they have it backwards. Alagaan ko muna yung sarili ko, self-love muna ako, saka na sila, saka na si Lord. Pero sabi ni God, hindi, baliktad. Ako muna, kasi ako yung magbibigay sa'yo ng pag-ibig, ng pagmamahal, na you can in turn share to your loved ones.
Yung totoong kahulugan ng pagmamahal.
Yes, oo.
Minsan din kasi lito tayo, ano ba ang pagmamahal talaga? Paano natin mababalanse yan, Pastor Mike? Yung pagmamahal sa sarili at sa ibang tao.
You know, sabi sa Bible, sabi ni Jesus, if anyone would come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross daily, and follow me. Napakahalagang words nun kasi sabi ni Jesus, take your cross. Diba? Kung ano yung hinanakit mo, yung burden mo, yung selfishness mo, you take that cross every day. Napakahirap yun. It's as if sinasabi niya, you die to yourself every day. So at first, mahihirapan talaga tayo. It's gonna be very challenging to deny yourself kung anong gusto mo. Tapos sabihin mo, no. Diba? Pero sabi ni Jesus, as you follow me, I will show you the selfless way. More and more, you'll focus on God. More and more, you'll focus on people. Diba? So that, as you follow, dun mo ma-realize, wow, ito talaga yung totoong fulfillment. It's in being selfless. In fact, si Jesus mismo siya yung example. Greater love has no one than this, than one laid down his life for his friends. Si Jesus na mismo yun. He laid down his life, he denied himself. In fact, namatay talaga siya para sa atin to show us, ito dapat. Ito yung selflessness na hinahanap ko. Serving God and serving others. So, kung ilalagay natin yun siguro sa percentage, every day, siguro 1%, we're learning to be more selfless. Hindi natin magagawa yun overnight na, bukas selfless na agad ako hindi na ako self-centered. Every day, 1% lang. Kahit maliit lang na bagay, okay, I'll choose to serve. I'll choose to dedicate my time na imbis na gamitin ko para sa sarili ko, gamitin ko dun sa nangangailangan. You know, natutunan ko to as a husband. Lalo na yung wife ko nung pregnant siyang 9 months. Kasi kahit anong kibo, kahit anong malaglag, kahit anong hiling niya, tubig, pagkain, kahit midnight, may craving siya, talagang aakyat ako, sabihin ko, anong gusto mo, love? O sige, kukuhain ko yan para sa'yo. Yun yung selflessness na kahit na gusto ko nang matulog, gusto kong mag-Netflix muna, hindi gagawin ko lahat. I'll stop everything so that I can serve you. So, 9 months kong ginawa yung service na yun. Selflessness talaga. Yun yung lesson ni God sa akin. Tapos kala ko,
Tapos
after
na
9
yung
months,
9 months.
tapos na. Yun pala, hindi. Nagkaroon ng isa pa. Tapos mas needy pa yung anak. Kasi syempre, pag umiiyak, kailangan mong pakainin, kailangan mong i-change yung diet. Pero sabi ko, ito talaga yung selfless love. Ito talaga yung gusto ni God na matutunan ng lahat. Even though if you're not married or wala ka pang anak, pero start na natin i-practice yung selflessness na, okay, how can I help? Diba? Paano ko matutulungan tong tao na to? Imbis na parati na lang 100% of the time, ako na lang yung iniisip ko. Sarili ko na lang parati. Yan.
Pero may mga point ba na minsan mali na rin yung pagiging selfless Pagiging selfless. Yung tipong napupunta sa, teka, hindi na tama yun. Oo,
yes.
diba? Dapat, kaya nga, ang pinapaalala po nila Pastor Mike sa atin is, mahalaga na yung pag-practice natin ng selfless, kailangan mauuna muna si Lord para alam natin kung paano tayo magiging tamang mga selfless na tao.
Tama.
Kasi
yes.
minsan, hindi na or katangahan na or talagang naaabuso ka na rin, or hindi mo na natutulungan yung tinutulungan mo.
Yes, tama. In the same way na, kunwari, yung anak ko, diba? Ngayon, mahilig na siya sa mga iba-ibang food. Minsan French fries, minsan chocolate. So, as a good father, hindi ko bibigay lahat ng gusto niya. 'Di ba? Sabihin ko, ito yung true love, na alam ko kung ano yung kailangan mo. And hindi ko bibigay lahat ng ginugusto mo or ina-ask mo.
Just like
diba?
God.
Just like God, 'di ba?
Diba?
So,
may
I think
pagkakataon talagang hindi niya ibibigay because alam niyang hindi makakabuti sa atin.
it's not what's best for you. Hindi yun yung mabuti.
May mga iba pa bang kwento, Pastor Mike, sa Biblia about selflessness? Can you?
Yes, ang dami, no? Kung papansinin natin, lahat ng disciples ni Christ, sa start ng journey nila, nung tinawag sila ni Christ, lahat sila, all about themselves. In fact, parati silang nag-argue, who is the greatest among us? Sino yung pinakamagaling dito? Sino yung pinakamagaling? And si Jesus, parati na lang, why are you still discussing that? Di ba? Pero it was after the cross, nung pinakita niya yung ultimate humility niya. Although he was in the form of God, he did not grasp that form, equality with God. He emptied himself to the point of death on the cross. Doon nila nakita, doon nila natuklasan, wow, ito pala yung pinapakita ni Jesus sa atin. How to be selfless, how to be humble, to die to yourself. Kaya nga po, after Jesus died and rose again on the third day, mapapansin natin, lalo na sa New Testament, yung disciples, napakaiba na sila. Sobrang nagbago na sila. Hindi na sila all about themselves, pero all about, okay, paano natin isi-spread tong good news na to? Mamatay man sila. And I think, tradition, history, church history tells us, lahat sila, they died for their faith. Yun yung selflessness. Na hindi na talaga yung ambition nila, yung plano nila, yung purpose nila, pero kung ano yung purpose ni God para sa buhay nila. And there's this, ito pang isang story in the World War II na naisip ko lang ngayon. There were these 4 chaplains, 4 ministers. Yung barko na kung nasaan sila, may mga sundalo, may mga civilian. World War II to. Tapos, it just so happened na yung barko na to, natamaan ng missile, ng torpedo. So, they had to make a choice. Ililigtas ba natin yung sarili natin? Or magliligtas tayo ng iba? So what these 4 ministers ended up doing was, lahat ng life vest binigay nila sa mga women and children, in-escort nila sa mga lifeboats, kahit kulang, kahit damage yung iba. Sabi nila, sige, mauna na kayo. And all of the soldiers, pati yung mga injured, trinay nilang i-mend. Lahat yun ginawa nila for hours. Until, at the very end, sila na mismo, wala na silang lifeboat, wala na silang life vest. And nakita nung isang rescuee nasa boat, kumakanta sila. They were joining hands together, nagpe-pray at kumakanta sila as they sank with the ship. Yun yung pinaka-example, true story, na iaalay nila yung buhay nila para sa iba. And because they were men of faith, they knew God, ito yung purpose nila. So yung mga example na ganun, medyo rare na siya sa time natin ngayon.
Yes.
Pero I still hope and I still pray na meron din sa atin na matututunan na rin natin from the Word of God how to be selfless.